Welcome, everyone, to Season 4, Episode 4 of the Blowing Shit Up podcast. This episode brings a newcomer to the show from Las Vegas via Buffalo, Charlie Anzalone. With Richie Candina and myself, we will be exploring some of the origins of clubs and music in Buffalo from Charlie's recollections. Also, a discussion about music and radio in the Buffalo area was brought to the table in our discussion. We will again spend some time on the great Francis Grasso, whose influence spearheaded the rise of the club disc jockey phenomena. So sit back and enjoy. So did you think of any more stuff since our last conversation? I know you must have found out some other things that you forgot to talk about from going to the Electric Circus.
The Electric Circus.
No, but think about the other stuff you were doing. I mean, come on. That was the East Village was a great place to see action.
You know what's funny?
Different types of people.
The East Village was a whole other animal than the West Village.
Oh, it's a different world. Remember, East
Two
Village.
different worlds.
But East Village was basically straight. It wasn't as gay as the West Village.
No, not at all.
I mean, it was semi-gay, but the West Village was gay, period.
East Village had more rock and rollers.
It's called eclectic.
You know? The West Village had a lot of hippies and artists.
Well, you know what? The West Village also, but not the Upper West Village. North of 6th Avenue was gay.
Yeah.
6th Avenue South was straight because you had all the clubs there.
Well, I'll tell you something. Did you ever hear of Norma Kamali?
Yeah.
All right, she's a big designer.
Yeah.
Big designer.
Used to go to Tambourine.
Norma Kamali had a little downstairs shop in the West Village. So I went down there one day, and I didn't know her then. I got to know her. We became friends. But I says, wow, I says, these clothes are really cool, you know. And I says, listen, I says, you make men's clothes? She says, no. I says, would you make me a pair of pants? And she said, what kind of pants? She says, how about I make you a pair of Scotch plaid pants, pleated. And I said, yeah, all right. And she made them for me. And I wore them, and we became friendly. And matter of fact, when they had the Studio 54 showing in the Brooklyn Museum, I reached out to her, but she never responded. I told her, I says, man, we go back so far, you know, and I wrote a whole thing about this long. Nobody answered me.
Remember something. When you meet people that have no stature.
And she became a big shot.
Well, that's what I mean. When you meet them and there's no stature, it's one thing. When you meet them later on, if you get to meet, it's another thing. In other words, you saying hello to Jimi Hendrix with his head face down is one thing.
Yeah, but I continued a friendship with her over the years. Those years.
And then those are not that. Yeah, but could you imagine if you did that to Jimi Hendrix and then you saw him on stage 4 years later after he blows up all over the place? Hey, remember me? He'd say, who the fuck? He'd say, who the fuck are you?
Who are you?
I'm the guy who saw your face in the fucking mud. That's the guy.
Never remember that.
They wouldn't remember that.
And who knows how high he was?
Oh, he had to be high, man. He had to be high. I'm wondering, man. I don't know where Anzalone is. I text him. And I'm going to text him again because I'm not going to call him, but I'm going to text him again for the sake of the show. I'll do it. Where are you? Here, are you okay for 3 o'clock your time Sunday? He says, okay. Then he sends me a picture of him and John Siglia, whoever that is.
I know him.
Who is he?
The DJ.
I know that. Where's he from? New
He's a
York?
good, he's a good DJ.
From New York?
I think he lives in New York now. Yeah.
Did he play in New York?
Um.
Okay. Did he play in New York? Or did he play in Buffalo?
No, I don't know about Buffalo. I know I played with him. I think he did play in the city. I don't know where. Well, Long Island. He's good. He's a nice guy. He's a great guy. Great guy. That'd be nice if he brought him on. I like him.
I'm going to tell you. Okay. Now are you on? Now we can see you?
Yeah.
Right there, I see him.
Yeah, there's all three of us.
Okay, now the three fucking amigos are on the phone. And there you are, smoking a cigarette, smoking away, Charlie. Puffing
Yeah.
away.
Let me see.
Puffing away. Now you're going to flip around with your phone. Now he's got to flip around. Look at this.
Yeah, so I can, let's see.
And you got to move way back.
All righty. There we go.
Oh, that's better.
How's that?
That's perfect.
Well, it's not perfect. You're right. Go back further or lift the phone up more. Lift. Yeah, that's better. And I can see everything. Would you rather be like that? Are you comfortable? Are you comfortable now, Charlie?
Would you forget about us, Charlie?
Yeah.
You forgot to come on. You see, that's because you're a young, old motherfucker.
I'm an old motherfucker.
No, young. I'm old. Charlie, I'm older than you, kid. Where the hell did he go now?
I went to grab my coffee. There we go.
Hey, just remember something. You're younger than me, and you're younger than Richie.
Oh, geez.
How's that?
I'll be 73.
Richie, how many years you got him by? Richie, how many years do you have Charlie by?
I'm 75.
Okay, you got him by 2.
There you go.
Okay, listen, I have so many fucking questions I want to ask.
Uh-huh.
The first thing I want to get off the table, which I don't want to even, get involved too much with this, but I want you to explain to me how that whole, it's not the Legends of Vinyl because that was later on. How did that whole concept come into being? Who started it? And how did it get from him dumping it to Luis Marios?
Okay.
And we're going to do this quick. I don't want to do it a long thing because there's another question.
Marty was asked to speak on a panel at the Winter Music Conference. But they told him, just don't use the word disco. And he said, what? Don't use the word disco? What the fuck you want me on this panel for? So that kind of pissed him off. So he didn't do it. And he goes,
Who told him that?
Who asked him that?
The guys from the Winter Music Conference.
And that's in Miami, right?
Yeah.
Oh, those assholes. They don't count.
Yeah. Well. And then he decided, I'm going to give the disco DJs, give DJs their recognition. I'm going to start a Hall of Fame type of thing. And so he got names from different record pools and from whatever, and came up with a list of names, And then I think Luis Barrio heard about it and got together with Marty because they both lived in Florida at the time. Let's get involved in it, man. I want to get involved with it. And Marty just didn't have the time to keep going with it. So, Luis Barrio took the ball and ran with it and started the Legends of Vinyl DJ and Artist Hall of Fame.
Oh, but what did Marty call it? I mean, when Marty had it, what did he call it?
Oh, Jesus, what the fuck was it? I forget now. Well, we talked about that before. And
when Marty had it, did he have it? Was it formally incorporated?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
No.
No.
And then he sent it to the Library of Congress, you know,
uh-huh.
that deal, and then Luis Mario did also, but Luis Mario started taking names off the list.
Okay. From what I gather, hold on, I don't want to interrupt. From what I gather from Denise, Denise said it's in the Library of Congress, but the one that's in the Library of Congress is the original one that Marty gave. All this other extra stuff that Luis Mario has made changes, deletions, that's not even close to the Library of Congress. Is that true?
Well, Marty told me he had talked to the guy.
Yeah, same guy Denise talked to.
Yeah, and you know, Marty said, you know, heard that names were taken off, and the guy from the Library of Congress, you know, they went back and forth. I guess, you know, they said, you know, we don't, you know, if this is the way this is going, we don't want anything to do with it.
Well, if that was the case, that means there was conflict with Marty and Mario when that happened.
Right.
So at this point, I'm telling you, Denise told me she talked to Marty.
Right.
She got the guy's name at the Library of Congress.
Right.
And she spoke to the guy, and the guy told her, listen, we're using Marty's original list. That's it. Case closed. No omissions and corrections. Now, every time Luis Marius wants a new guy in his little organization, he tells him, I'm going to put you in the Library of Congress. He can't do that. It's closed. It's a closed event.
Who do you take off?
What?
I understood from Marty that it's not even in the Library of Congress, but because of that, the guy said, "Oh, you know, if this is the way this thing is going, we don't want to have anything to do with it."
You want to know something? Denise tells me something different. I'm going to have Denise call the guy up in the Library of Congress tomorrow.
Yeah, find out.
Yeah, I'll find.
Is that open to the public?
Library of Congress? Yeah, you can call up and get information. But you got to get the guy's name who has those files. That's the problem. There's specific people that deal with specific files at the Library of Congress.
Yeah.
So you don't go up and say, you know, I want the file on Charlie Anzalone. They're going to say, well, who's dealing with it? They don't know because there's thousands and thousands and thousands of things in the Library of Congress. And it's not like a push button thing, you know, we're going to do this. All right, that's off the table. I'm glad. I don't want to know. I'm gonna have Denise take care of this tomorrow. Here's another question. You worked in Buffalo, correct?
Yep.
Okay. You were in New York also. You visited New York, right?
All the time.
Okay. What was the difference of the clubs in Buffalo as opposed to the clubs in New York?
Clubs in New York were a lot bigger.
Was the music the same?
Music was pretty similar, especially clubs that I worked at was the real popular dance clubs. And as you know, half the kids at the colleges in Buffalo are from New York City. So I was able to get away and play a lot of them.
You know, I never thought about that. That's very good. I never thought about that.
A lot of the cool stuff. Oh, absolutely.
Now, does that mean
And we were on the Canadian border, and I would get all the kids down from Toronto that were playing a lot of stuff that most clubs of Buffalo weren't playing. You know, they would get a lot of the stuff that was played in the UK and Montreal and stuff, you know.
Was that the stuff that the college, because the colleges have their own stations. Were they playing that music?
I never heard any of the college radio stations, but University of Buffalo had a place called Wilkerson Pub. It was a bar, and they had a DJ there. And my friend Craig Silvino was the manager. Craig Silvino is now a retired New York City fireman, fire captain of the fire department in New York City. And that was a really cool place to go to listen to music too.
So let me go back. Let me backtrack. The Canadians, right, we get music from Europe.
Oh
So
yeah,
you were able, because you're so close to Canada, to get that European stuff into the clubs in Buffalo.
absolutely. And the bars in Toronto would close. Hamilton and Toronto would close at like 1 o'clock. They didn't serve booze after 1 o'clock in that.
And Buffalo was 4?
Oh yeah, 4 o'clock. They'd leave the clubs in Toronto. They'd get there at 9 o'clock, party till midnight, come down to Buffalo. They're in Buffalo by 1:30, and they're partying until 4 in the morning.
But most of the Canadian stuff was the music that we were playing in the city that they just had it on a Canadian label.
No, but that's not what he's saying. He's saying they were getting European stuff in Canada.
Yeah,
Some of the European stuff also was on European labels.
Yeah, but
They were 45s with the little hole in the middle.
yeah,
They
but it
didn't
doesn't. Yeah, I understand that, but it's still, they were getting music from Europe into Canada. Just like in New York, we didn't get stuff from Europe. I had to have friends of mine that had stewardesses. When they would fly to France, they would buy stuff.
Well,
Spain
Barabbas came from Europe.
came from Spain.
Came from Spain.
All these Cuban guys that I knew from Jersey, they were smart. They had all these girlfriends that were stewardesses, and they would be buying stuff in Spain, in
Bring it
France,
back.
in England, and bringing it back to New York. But Canada, since it was Canada's basically a European country, in my opinion. So you're going to get stuff from Canada direct from Europe that you wouldn't get direct into America.
Like the label Quality Records in Canada had a lot of the cool stuff.
Now, let me ask you about what is the distance from Toronto to Buffalo? Was it like an hour ride, a half-hour ride?
Probably an hour.
Right
an
over the
hour,
Rainbow
45
Bridge.
minutes top. Yeah, right over the bridge. And then it's a good hour and a half, hour 45 minutes tops.
So they would leave like 12 o'clock in Toronto, get to New York by 1:30.
Yeah.
But how many after-hours clubs are in Buffalo?
There weren't too many. There was one club called the Speakeasy we used to go to after hours.
Only one.
Yeah, one
That
that made any difference.
And how about the gay bars in Buffalo? Were there a lot of those?
There was a couple. John Siglia played at one before he went to New York. John and his wife came here to see me last week.
I know you sent me a picture, and I asked Richie, do you know him? And Richie says, yeah, he knew John Siglia.
He just did a gig in New York for like 2,000 people at this gay club called $3 Bill. It's a big club, and they booked him in for one night. And he does Fire Island once a year.
I was with him a couple of weeks ago. I think it was a club called Everywhere.
Yeah,
I was
he's
there.
done a couple gigs in the last couple months going to New York.
He's a good DJ.
Yeah, very good.
Very technical. He's very technical guy.
Very technical, and he learned that. You know, he started DJing after we wanted to be a DJ when he came into a club I worked at when he was like 17, was Fake Proof. And he heard me playing El Coco Motion. And he goes, I walked to the club, I heard that track, and I said, I love this music. I want to be a DJ and play this stuff. You know, there weren't a lot of DJs back then in 1975, 76, you know. And he went to New York and he hooked up with Jim Burgess. He lived with Jim Burgess for a while.
Oh, okay.
And he auditioned for the job at New York, and got that. And that's what started his thing in New York City. And then he learned to be very technical.
Yeah. Yeah, he knows those boards.
Oh, yeah. And now he produces, he works for a company. He does soundtracks for Super Bowl commercials and everything, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, he's done real well. Said as a promoter in New York, the guy's name, he wanted to bring like New York City house music to Las Vegas, do an event here.
Who was he with? Benny Soto?
I'm not sure. John was DJing with Hex Hector and a couple other people. He did a few gigs in New York.
Okay, I'm going to get off the subject for 1 second. You told me Rousey was going to win. You didn't say she was going to win in 2 seconds. What the fuck was that?
I was shocked. I knew
I
it
mean-
could have gone one. Should have gone longer, but that's what happened.
But is she that good and the other girl's that bad, or was just like she just caught her?
Just caught her. Caught her with her famous arm bar or choke or whatever she got her
No,
with.
it's that arm bar.
The arm bar. That's her signature move.
Rousey won.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the point.
What you win, like in 2 seconds?
That's what I just said. I mean,
Yeah.
when I spoke to him the last time, he said Rousey was going to win, but
30,
not that
30
quick.
seconds, yeah.
And it's just about she slipped at the right place, caught her with the arm bar, and it's checkmate after that.
That's it.
Now I want to see what's going to happen with this UFC fight on the White House lawn. This I really want to see.
Well, that'll be interesting, yeah.
I mean, who's the headliners there?
From what I hear, there isn't the
There isn't a big.
the top upper echelon of fighters. So I don't know who the main event's going to be. I think they've got it. I'd have to go online and they have the names.
Well, I figured you know this stuff.
Yeah, I looked at it briefly.
Well, let's hope they're not like that music thing they're putting together with like third tier people. You know,
Yeah.
with Vanilla Ice, Milli Vanilli, and all that.
Yeah.
Which is the most ridiculous thing. You know what? I've never heard of anything so ridiculous in my life. A show like that.
I don't know. They've done them at the Playboy Mansion in the past, but
Come on, you do a big show for like 250 years, and Milli Vanilli, who's not even a real actor. Ice,
Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice. I mean, come on. Oh, Jesus. And who's the other guy that just left? There was a few guys. Oh, that rapper that had one song. I mean, listen.
I don't know who's in charge of.
Who do you think? Who's in charge of everything? Listen, man, there's only one person that's in charge of goddamn everything.
Yeah.
He's got his stamp on everything. Too bad he doesn't know the music. I was hoping that at the UFC that Jones would be there.
Oh, John Jones?
Yes.
Oh, and he's such a nice kid too.
You met him?
Oh yeah, he's originally from Rochester. Then he grew up and went to college down in Binghamton.
How good is he? He's real
Very
good, right?
He's just so well rounded. He can punch, he can kick, he can grapple. I mean, he was a wrestling champ in college, like Division II or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, he's like a Brock Lesnar type then.
Yeah, but he can strike also. And he's so tall,
Oh, he's a big kid?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe 6'2", 6'3", 6'2", yeah.
Hey, Richie, got any questions you want to ask Charlie? I know you want to ask him something.
What are you talking
Oh,
about?
when we talked about the music in Canada, but I used to go to a place called Disco Sounds up in Toronto that Peter Frost owned. And Vince DiGiorgio worked there. Vince was very big in the record business up there.
Didn't Peter Gation have a club in Canada?
Who?
Peter Gation.
Not sure.
Limelight.
Oh, he also had the other one on the West Side Highway.
There was a
Yeah,
Limelight.
Yeah,
There was
he
a
had
Limelight
three
in
clubs, and I
Montreal.
think he had one in Canada. I'll tell you something else.
There was a Limelight
There
in
was an
Montreal.
electric circus
Yep.
in Canada.
What?
There was an electric circus in Canada.
Montreal had a lot of cool clubs.
Yeah, Montreal was
Limelight
the
in Montreal. Larry
but
Day was the DJ there.
Montreal was the city in Canada.
Yeah.
Montreal had everything in it.
I love Montreal. That's a nice place.
But
Oh, it's a
what?
beautiful
I
city.
was driving up to Toronto with a girl that I hung out with, and we're listening to the radio. I hear this song, Don't You Want Me, Baby? I said, what's this fucking song? So when I got to Toronto, I went and I said, there's this song I heard on the radio called They're singing Don't You Want Me, Baby. It was Human League. It wasn't released in the States yet. I heard it on the Canadian radio station.
I'm telling you, there was stuff in Canada that came out before they came in America.
Claudia Berry.
Yes.
I heard that in Canada first. Lime, of course. Lime out of Montreal, yeah.
What about all that other stuff, like the Cerrone stuff? Did that come out of Canada first? Or that was all American stuff?
Yeah, I got that from my Atlantic Records rep. But he came into my club and he goes, "That's the latest thing from Europe." And it was the album with Love in C minor.
Well, that's why I would think Canada would get it, because it came from Europe.
Yeah.
Europe to Canada first before Europe to America.
Yeah, but I got it from my Atlantic local rep in Buffalo, a guy named Carol Hardy.
Okay.
Didn't that come from France?
Cerrone? Yep. Another thing, what was the influence that you guys had playing music in Buffalo on your radio stations? Because in New York, if it wasn't for us, they would send people to the clubs to listen to what we played, and then it would go on the air the next day.
We had a station called WBLK that was originally started by George Hound Dog Lorenz, who was a radio legend.
That was an R&B station, right?
Yep. And there's bigger white audience as they had a black audience, because that's where we went to listen to all the soul music. And we had another powerful AM station called WUFO, which was the AM R&B station. Of course, that's where Frankie Crocker got his start before he went to New York City.
But did they play music from your clubs, or did you play music from their stations?
I played music that I got from the record companies.
Before the radio stations played it.
Yeah, and I was on everybody's mailing list. And that's where I heard Rapper's Delight for the first time on WUFO. I said, what the fuck is this? I hear Good Times by Chic and there's somebody talking over it,
Yeah, most of the records we played, they were not on the top 40 stations. They weren't.
They weren't even on the black stations, Richie.
Well, they went to BLS because we were.
And hold on, with the BLS, LIB, and the other, all of them.
We were pretty much giving them to. Frankie Crocker heard us play that.
Yeah, he didn't play exactly. He didn't know shit about music. He picked the stuff from us. KTU was an enigma, totally different story. They played music as soon as we played music.
I go out when Tommy Silverman sent me Soul Sonic Force Planet Rock. I was at home. I put it on, and at the time I was doing a radio mix show called SOS: The Sound of the Streets on WBLK, and I listened to this record. I ran down the radio station, and I told the program director, Lee Zimmerman, "You got to hear this record. This record's the future of fucking music." And
that was in the 80s.
1981, 82, yeah. And he went upstairs where the DJ was playing at WBLK, and he said, "Put this record on." Charlie said, "This is like the new thing. This is going to be it." And he goes, "Well, it's not on our playlist. We don't have that. We're not." He goes, "I don't care. Put the record on. I'm the fucking program director." And he put it on, and the phones. Ron Atkins was the DJ, and the phones
lit up like a Christmas tree.
Fucking lit up. And I told Tommy Silverman, and he goes, "You got it on a radio station?" I said, "Yeah." I don't know if it's a rotation yet, but I had to put it on. People were crazy on the phones. He goes, "This record goes gold. You're going to get a gold record." Well, did I get one from Tommy Boy? No.
Tommy wasn't going to give. Tommy didn't give shit out.
And I gave it to Mickey Turntable and her hot sheet behind the scenes.
That was in Buffalo, Mickey Turntable, right? Yeah.
She was the most. Radio executives would call her on a Friday, or record company executives would call her on Friday.
Right,
and ask her if they were going to have a job on Monday.
No, she knew everybody.
Everybody. Yeah.
When I was doing music promotion, I met her at a convention in L.A., one in Atlanta, one in Minneapolis. She was like a princess.
Jeez,
She was really, just think of it,
she was the one.
she was the only woman that had that much clout in the music business.
Yeah.
on
Matter of
the
fact,
radio side.
Here's her. I just happen to have this in front of me. Behind the scenes, this was her paper, and she'd have all these charts and everything, and behind the scenes. If you were on a reporter to her, record promotion people fucking took a liking to you and started to say, "I had records coming to my house."
She made a fortune.
Oh,
A goddamn fortune she made.
she was the one.
I mean, I remember her with like all the big program guys like Freddie DeCipio, Joe Isger, all the big promotion guys, and she would hang out with all of them. Son of a
Oh
bitch.
yeah,
Jerry Brenner, all of those guys.
yeah. She had the influence, and
Yeah,
she
they
was
were all-
located. And she was located right there at WBLK. That's where her office was.
Oh, in the radio station. That's cool.
Mhm.
That's great, man. That's great. I mean, there's so many things that when we look back of stuff that's happened to all of us, that these kids don't understand the fascination of that actual record being
Yeah.
played for the first time, being put in your hand for the first time, going to a bin and pulling it out for the first time. I mean, there was no wave crap and MP3s. Man, you had to physically get off your ass, go to a record store, and go through rows and rows and rows of music, put them on their little turntables.
Oh, and the stuff I got from record companies before I got into a record pool, I had so much shit. I mean, you had to be honest. I'd call up, Ron Cold or Rusty Garner, Mark Paul Simon, all of Kathy Jacobson at Casablanca, and you had to be sort of honest and tell them, this record ain't happening. Thanks for sending it to me. But if I liked it, I'd tell them.
You're supposed
Well,
to do
everybody
that.
was pretty naive back then.
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
A lot of people. I mean, in the early days, I went, when I went record hunting, it wasn't only about the things that I know that I had already heard. It was about me finding something different and new.
Okay, and you did not get those. I'm telling you, I didn't get my great stuff from record guys. I got
No.
my great stuff going through bins.
In boxes.
Yes,
Yeah.
because the record guys only putting out the new stuff. So if it was the new, they'd throw it out to you, and maybe they'd give it to you.
And then also it was the DJ's ear
Yep.
that you were picking the right, you know what I mean? Like there was a certain sound you were looking for. I didn't just buy anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm going to tell you, I used to go to Philadelphia. I used to go to Boston. I used to go all over the place looking for records. And I'm telling you, I spent more money getting there. If I brought back 2 or 3 records a time, I was happy.
And the records were cheap. I remember 45
25 cents.
$1.
25 cents.
Yeah. We used to go we had a one stop here in Buffalo where everybody bought their records wholesale. Records were cheap.
You know what? Jay came up with this about 3 weeks ago. He said there was no cell phones, which there weren't.
No.
We didn't have beepers at the beginning, which there weren't. The only way people knew about music was by word of mouth. There
Yeah.
was one guy playing to another guy playing. Hey, did you get this? Did you hear this?
I had DJs telling me, what the fuck are you playing? Kids were asking for this fucking record that was like blah, 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 And I said, yeah, I guess I must be the only one that has it because everybody's asking me what the song is.
Maybe only one who went through the time and effort to find something.
Yeah.
Because, listen, I knew a lot of disc jockeys from the beginning that came after me. They got to be pretty lazy. Charlie's playing this, they go out and buy Charlie. Richie's playing this, and we'll go out. But they didn't physically get off their asses and look for the stuff themselves.
And the other thing is, so is that you played when you went record hunting, you played both sides of the record.
Richie, I used to go and used to have a Victrola right next to the rack.
Right.
And used to flip the side over. And I used to put it at the beginning, the middle, and the end. And if something caught my eye, I'd listen to the whole record. Then I flipped it to the B side and listened to the same thing. It was fun. I mean, it was a pain in the ass, but I mean, I had a lot of fun doing that stuff, man. I can't explain it to kids. They don't understand it. They do not understand what you go through at that time to get music.
I had stuff.
Now vinyl's gotten really big again, and these kids are going out hunting for 45s.
Oh, now they are.
Yeah.
What 45s are they hunting for? Stuff that already is played or somebody tells them. They ain't hunting for something that nobody knows.
Yeah, they're getting the 45 version of a lot of the hit disco records and stuff. You know?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I remember being in Philadelphia, and it was me and Joe Salmo walking through the thing, and it was the time of the 200th anniversary of America. And Philadelphia had all the ships there, and we're looking for records. And I found this record called Get Off the Streets You All by Eric and the Vikings. And this was a badass record. It was only a minute and 10 seconds, a minute 20, but we had to go through every rack to find another one because I wouldn't leave, and no, Joey wouldn't let me leave unless he had a copy of it. It was incredible, but I had a great time doing it.
I used to go to New York, go to Colony Records, and and then in the 1980s when Vinyl Mania opened up, and I used to fly there. And,
but Charlie, those are big stores. I'm talking about little stores like in Brooklyn, Richie, right? Little fucking stores that's.
Yeah, I used to go to a little place called Albee Record Store.
And I used to go a place in the Bronx, little hole in the walls with dust coming from the ceiling and the windows so dirty you couldn't see inside them, looking for music. Colony was like going to the Waldorf Astoria looking for records. Everything was like prim.
I found a little African store on Nostrand Avenue. That's where I bought 4 copies.
Makosa. That's where I got it too.
The guy put it on. I says, "What's that?" You know what I mean? And because I didn't hear it anyway. The other thing too is when the album came out, there was a cut called New Bell.
Yep. On
that album, like nobody was playing that. Nobody had the album.
One of the songs that I got in that African song was Osabisa.
Osabisa, yeah.
Yeah, man.
We had some small record stores too.
Francis used to play that.
Oh, that's a great record. You know what? And that's another, you know what? I was talking to Richie. I did a podcast, me and Richie, on people that have influenced us the most. And the guy who influenced Richie the most was Francis. And Francis, Charlie, influenced every fucking disc jockey in the world, was influenced in one way or another by Francis Grasso.
Yeah.
Because he did things at that point in time that nobody thought of. Not only technically, but the music he picked. The motherfucker picked. And I couldn't believe
all kinds of music.
Yeah.
That you could dance to it. Yeah, even for dance music.
But remember the stuff he played. I mean, come on, he picked that stuff I couldn't believe. I mean, listen to me. Who is going to, and I don't give a shit what anybody tells me. I love the Doors. Love them. I would have never thought of playing Peace Frog. Never in a million years. Would you?
That was he used to play. There was a Jamaican band called Exuma.
Oh, yeah.
Obia Man.
Yeah, Obia Man, yep.
Bad record.
But I'm saying, he had a technique. He would have made.
Wasn't he the first one to do like beats per minute? Was
no,
the first one?
No, he didn't do that. No, Frank. He would have been a great program director, not a good program director, a great program director, because he had the ability to pick records for clubs. He just knew it.
Yeah,
he just knew music. He loved it. Think about it, Richie, right? How many stuff did he turn you on? What was that other record? What was that rock record? I can't think of the name of it.
What?
I can't think.
Listen here by the Trinity.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Who thought of that?
Did you ever hear that record, Charlie?
Which one?
Listen here by Trinity.
Brian, Olga,
to the
and
Oh,
Trinity.
Brian Auger.
And
Yeah.
Trinity. Yeah, but listen, I'm telling you, in that
Mother.
time, oh, Cat Mother, yeah.
Come on, man.
Eric-
Track Me,
Eric
that's
Hoff-
a great song.
Listen to me. There's a lot of stuff he played, man. A lot of stuff he played that absolutely was incredible music. And you know what? I respect the hell out of him. And I didn't know, I knew him fairly well, not great. And I didn't know him when he was at his peak playing music. I met him a little later on. I got
Where
friendly
was he, in Brooklyn or Queens or?
with Manhattan.
Oh, he's on Manhattan.
Oh, he played the Sanctuary.
Okay.
Listen, anybody who knows anything about clubs, anywhere in the world, the Sanctuary was the shit, the club. Think about it. A church switched into a discotheque
Yeah.
with the DJ playing at the altar. How's that? I mean, and you're talking about 1970 this happened.
No.
I mean, really, I mean, far-fetched stuff. And this kid would crank it out, man. And
Is that what Nicky Siano was involved in?
no, Nicky Siano was full of shit. Nicky was not even, he was 12 years old and 13 years old. If you listen to Nicky Siano, listen to me. The stuff that he says, and I know him really well, Nicky's always at a place that's great, but he was a kid. And I was there. I'm 5 years, 6 years older than him. So at 13, how's he going to get into the Sanctuary?
Yeah.
You know, at 14 years old, he said he was walking the streets. He just happened to be walking Bleecker Street, and he was at the Stonewall when the riots were there. He just happened to be there at 14 years old. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, these things don't happen. You met Nicky, right?
Oh, yeah. He was at the Legends of Vinyl Hall of Fame when I was inducted in 2019.
Well, that's and he was no, he wasn't. He was inducted later. Nicky was inducted later than 2019, I believe.
I was inducted in 2019.
And Nicky was at that thing.
Yeah. Yep.
I thought it was. I thought he was inducted later because they wanted to induct me, and I told them absolutely not, absolutely not. Jackie McCloy.
But it was fun going and seeing all my peers from years ago. You know, Curtis Urbina, the guy from Izzy Sanchez, and a lot of people, record people I hadn't seen in years. I wish I could have seen Ray Caviano, but he didn't make that one.
Well, Ray's still around.
Oh yeah, still promoting some new music with his label.
Yep, he's still around, Ray Caviano. I mean, I never got along with him that well because he had his little group of mafia, of gay mafia guys. Him, Billy Smith, and Vince Coletti, the three amigos.
Yeah, Billy Smith at London Records.
And if you talk to Tom Moulton will tell you how the three of them went to Billboard to try to get Moulton fired. How's that?
Really? Wow.
Yeah, really. Oh, yeah, no, there's another thing. How was the pay in Buffalo at the beginning?
In 1974, 74 and a half, right by when I started my first residency gig, I was making like $35.
For what?
Playing music. Yeah, you want something? That's another
And that
thing.
was from 10 o'clock at night till 4 in the morning.
Okay, listen to me. I started at $15. I understand what you're saying.
I
In
used to
1970.
start at 8 o'clock and finish it.
Yeah, okay. Could you imagine these kids trying to play that many hours of music? Could you imagine that? Just, I can't. And I can't imagine.
You had to have a lot of records.
Yeah, but these kids with a stick, all right, with a USB thing, pre-programmed the whole goddamn thing, and they'll use the same set of music.
Yeah.
Not once, not three. I've heard, I ain't gonna say who, use the same fucking music 3 times that I saw him play. 3 times. And my thing is, it doesn't always work. The crowds are different. The timing is different.
You better know how to like read the crowd and be able to change up.
That's right.
Well, when they book these so-called headline DJs here, they book them to play a certain style of music,
Right.
and you know that's what they play.
Right. So, I mean, there was some
have an
stuff
opening
that I
and closing
played that
right.
was there was a pattern to it. But then, if I looked and I seen something, I changed the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The whole thing would just change. And they would like it.
Okay.
I didn't play garbage.
Okay. How's this? And you had to do this because I did this. I'm playing a record, and I say, okay. And I pull the next record out to be put on the turntable. And then 30 seconds before that record, fuck it, I want another record. And you go to the bins, and music is flying all over the place until you pick the right record. And then you turn around and everything's on the floor.
I'm shopping for records one day, and I find Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead from the Wizard of Oz. I bought it. I don't even know why I bought it. One night I'm in the club. It was packed. They were dancing. I said, you know what? I'm going to put this on. They went bananas. I almost singing it.
Jim Burgess would do shit like that.
Listen to me. That's how you get the best reactions are reactions that you come up instantaneous. They're not planned. You don't know. You just try something.
And
I did that with
it was playing, and all of a sudden in the background.
Oh, I play Louis Prima.
There was a Law of the Land coming on. They would go bananas from Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead to the Law of the Land.
Remember something. You can always get them back
You
on
can't
the dance floor.
do that with that stick stuff.
No, but you can listen to me. With records, you can always get them back. Always.
Yeah.
You can wipe out the dance floor. Just pick the hottest record, put it on, everybody goes back. I remember in Hollywood, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. You couldn't move in the place. And it was me. I was playing. Richie Kazar was there. Bobby Goodadar was there. And Tommy Severies. And we're all fucking high as a kite. And I looked at them and I said, I'm going to try something. And I put on Glenn Miller's In the Mood. The fucking place went berserk. These gay guys were dancing, Richie says, how did you get away with that? I said, it's the music. It's not me. It's the music. It's great music. Great music always works. There's no time limit on great music. Think about how much stuff did you play when you played, and you played off-the-wall stuff because the song was good. Not because it fit into the genre, but because the song was good.
It's the element of surprise.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I played Shout, and they went crazy for it. They went berserk when Shout. But, I mean, the girls went nuts on the floor when, it took.
One night I had Space Odyssey 2001. I put it in the middle of a record. They were like, they didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? Then all of a sudden, Girl, You Need to Change Your Mind was coming. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
But they hear it. They know. You know what I mean? They hear it. They know what's coming.
But that's why you can always get them back.
Yep.
You can always.
You always got that go-to record.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. What I don't like about kids that play music and I listen.
They don't do none of that.
It's
everything is tick.
Listen, I tell Jay whenever I listen to Crib Radio, which isn't often, I feel like I'm on a boat that doesn't go anywhere. 126 beat boat that just stays in the water and it doesn't change. And he laughs. And I said, most of the songs don't have vocals. And
I love vocals. I love female vocals.
And listen to me, in 2 hours, they play like 10 records in 2 hours. In 2 hours, I play 40. I'm playing 2-minute 45s. 3.5 minutes.
And what about this? Part 1, part 2. You got to buy 2 records.
Well, I've always bought 2 of everything.
Pie guy. 2 records.
I always bought 2 of everything. I bought 2 of everything. I bought 2 of everything. I had to have 2 of everything.
And you can play it forever. You should make it long. You know what I mean?
Listen, I used to have 2 albums. All the great albums that I consider great, like Eddie Kendrick's, I had 2. Uh,
I never bought.
What's
I
Going On?
used
I
to
had
buy
two. What?
I used to buy more than one when it came to albums and stuff like that.
No, I used to get it from Motown. I very rarely would buy records in New York when I got them free. I used to have to go like to Philadelphia and get those 45s. It was basically 45s that I was buying because those are the hardest things to get because they were coming out with albums in New York, but you couldn't get that old stuff. You could not get that old stuff. Like all that old Joe Tech stuff that I used to find.
Oh yeah,
You couldn't get that stuff.
Did not got yeah.
And all that old Stax stuff. You couldn't get Stax.
Right.
Couldn't find that anywhere. I mean, you had to go digging. And it was basically in the old stores that had it. You know, in the 10-cent bin. They wanted to get rid of this shit. So they used to lump them all together. And you'd be there one at a time, picking them out, like you're dealing with spaghetti. Charlie, give me 3 of your favorite songs.
3 of my favorites?
Yeah, because I'm gonna use it for this podcast. You get one at the beginning, one in the middle, and one at the end, and close it out. But it's gonna be Charlie Anzalone's 3 favorites. Because Richie's had his favorites already with me.
Bad Luck by Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes.
Okay, go ahead.
That's one of them. One of my other favorite, Young Hearts Run Free by Candy Stanton.
Well, that's a classic.
And so probably the first 45 promo record I ever got from a record label is Get Down Tonight by Casey and the Sunshine Band.
All right, I'll put them on this podcast. Those 3. And I'll put this podcast out. It'll come out Sunday. Because this one isn't screwing up. My computer is working fine now, so nothing is going to be screwed up. I'm going to do a little bit of editing because for 20 minutes I had to have Richie talking to Jay Negron on the phone, so there was nothing but dead air.
You told me to call him.
Yeah, but when you're talking to him, I'm recording all of this stuff.
But you told me to call him.
So I got to edit it out now. I got to edit Jay saying he can't do it because he's dying. What did Jay say? What did Jay say? He was going to be dead. He didn't want to be.
He was going. I can't get him.
And I was going to have Bacho come on, but Bacho was naked.
That's
And I told him, put on a towel.
That's funny.
No, Bacho's cool. Okay.
I'm
Sunday.
going to send you a message. I'm going to ask Marty, what was the original name of the name of his DJ list?
Good. And
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, boy, he got pissed off at that Winter Music Conference. You want me to talk about dance music, but you don't want me to use the word disco?
what the fuck?
No,
they
that's
want
all
to
they're
use?
playing. Now that's all you hear at these conventions. There's always a disco night somewhere or something,
You know what? I never liked that word disco. Never.
Yeah.
Because you want to know something? It's dance. Forget calling it disco. I was playing before there was the word disco. So all of a sudden in 1973.
Well, that all happened because in France, they were calling them discotheques.
Discotheque.
No. Yeah, but that's fine.
Which was an establishment, a nightclub that had a collection of recorded music.
Yes.
Discs,
Yes.
instead of live music. That's where the word discotheque came
Okay.
from.
But I was playing music. They weren't calling discotheques. They were clubs, and the music was dance music.
I always called it dance music.
What?
I always called it dance.
So did I. Never called it
Or
discotheque.
club.
They tell people
Yeah.
that disco was the lifestyle, funk and soul, and was the music.
It's all the same. I mean,
Yeah.
what do you consider Roadhouse Blues? It's not funk. It's rock. No, it's dance music. People dance to Roadhouse Blues.
Yeah.
They ain't no brothers. They're all white guys. That's why when I put those categories together, I just make it dance, period. No color, no R&B, no jazz. It's all dance music. What about you, Richie? Same thing?
Yeah.
And look what I got.
Early funk stuff really was like
Maximus.
like
Richie, look at this.
like
Richie,
Fatback Band.
Look at what he has.
Oh wow.
Remember that?
Yep.
Yeah. Very dope.
All beats per minute, listed by song, listed by artist. It's like
And who?
still brand new. Tom Lewis disco beats.
Oh, God, I remember when that thing came out.
I still got this thing.
Did you ever use it?
It's brand new.
No, I never really did. It is like brand new because I never used it. But I thought I'd have it anyway as a guide if I ever needed it. Yeah, by the artist. In my opinion, to create a good mix, you need a knowledge of music, good equipment, a sense of rhythm and experience. Becoming a good spinner involves more than good mixing. You need a sense of timing, the ability to judge when to play what and how to create and change the mood on the dance floor while still keeping the flow.
I totally disagree with that.
And you want to know something?
you know what?
I never used the word DJ.
Neither did I. Or
I
spinner.
was a
What the hell?
spinner.
What the hell is a spinner? A spinner. What am I, a
I
top?
used to spin records. They say, you spin records over there? I go, yeah.
You want to know something? You know what the most critical thing about playing music is? The song. You pick
Yeah.
the right song. That's what counts first. Not the mix. Not all
I-
the other
I-
crap.
I-
It's the
I-
song.
Tony, I always said
Go
it's
through that.
not how you play, it's what you play.
It's the song.
Yeah.
It's always
One
about.
club owner told me, a very important club that I worked at, it's where all the celebrities went. Matter of fact, it was Rick James's hangout. And he said, Charlie, your key to success in this club, you played the music the girls wanted to hear. All the girly sound vocals, meeting in the ladies' room, in my
It's
house,
the music.
blah, blah, blah.
Charlie,
Yeah.
it's the music. It's all about the music. So everything else is all bullshit.
Yeah.
Listen, if you can mix, that's great. But if you pick the wrong music, that's why all this stuff that I hear on Jay's Crib Radio, that stuff doesn't work. It doesn't work. I mean, it might sound great on radio, but
Yeah.
on the dance floor, no.
It's a whole different thing.
It's way different. It's way different. Okay. Charlie, I'll be in touch with you by the end of the
Hey,
week.
Charlie, nice seeing you again.
Good seeing you too. And
I'll tell Denise you said hello.
I was just going to ask you that. Tell her I said hello.
I will tell her you said hello.
She's a sweetheart.
Yes, she is.
She was a real influence on me and the stuff that I played too, because she always would send me, I had the stuff before any DJ in Buffalo, before I got in the IDRC and then started the Buffalo Record Pool. She still sent me my own personal stuff.
Oh, you still got all that South Soul stuff.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, I have to go. I'm sorry, but I'll be in touch with you.
I'll talk to you.
All right.
All right?
Take
All
it
right.
easy, gentlemen. Thank
Okay,
you.
guys. Good night, gentlemen.
All right.
Good night.
Good
Bye-bye.
seeing you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I hope you enjoyed the show, and until next time, peace out.